Doing.
Welcome back. It's time now for Media Watch, and for that I'm joined here in the studio by Shona Bhattacharya. Hi there, Shona.
Hi, Tom.
Now, today we're going to be looking a little bit more at Twitter and French politicians. They've got a few opinions on the subject, haven't they?
Right. There's one French politician who is especially active on Twitter. She's even hyperactive. She is Nadine Morano. She is France's apprenticeship and professional training minister. Nadine Morano has always been talkative, starting in 2007, back when she was Sarkozy's government spokesperson. And since signing up on Twitter on November 25th, she has tweeted 760 times. She talks about her job, political positions, but she also talks about her personal life. And recently, a whole string of people have criticized her Twitter use and basically told her to shut up. Now, in an interview today with Libération, the French left-wing daily, she fights back. Nadine Morano calls her attackers upper bourgeois lefties. In French, they call them the caviar lefties. Upper bourgeois lefties who don't like working-class people on the right, which is what she considers herself to be.
Champagne socialists, they're
Champagne
also called in
socialists
English.
as well. Right. So there's also this Le Monde article that looks at the way that French politicians use Twitter. And the big question for them is, should they take the plunge or should they not? Is this something that voters see as, is this show voters that they're up to date or that they're in the present? What about the hazards that come with Twitter? Making typos and sharing too much personal information, kind of like that friend from high school on Facebook who keeps a running log of her kid's diaper to potty transition. It's the sort of thing where too much information. So here in this article, we have a testy exchange between Labour Minister Éric Besson and Green Party Secretary Cécile Duflot. Now, on Christmas Day, Besson tweeted about how he jogged slower than a lot of the grandmothers he was running next to. And Duflot was like, listen, it would be better for you to be doing a nuclear safety audit. Don't you think that's more urgent than fooling around on Twitter? So not only are these politicians making a fool of themselves in the eyes of the general public, but they're also giving fodder to other politicians just months before the upcoming presidential election here in France.
So all of that made me wonder where on earth they find the time to do all that tweeting. Now, there's one other story we're following here, and it could brew into something of a scandal.
That's right. Now, that involves Carla Bruni Sarkozy, who is the French First Lady. This article in Marianne 2 reveals that Carla Bruni Sarkozy's foundation that she set up hardly focuses on fighting AIDS, as she says that it does. Instead, it mainly works on cultural activities and literacy. This despite the fact that Carla Bruni Sarkozy is also a UN AIDS ambassador. Now, what's worse, that Marianne 2's website reports, the Global Fund to Fight AIDS gave one of Carla Bruni Sarkozy's friends 3.5 million euros. The money went to different organizations headed by this friend, and who was even a witness at Carla Bruni's marriage with Nicolas Sarkozy. Now, people have already gotten fired for this. The director of the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, as well as France's ambassador to Ghana, where the Global Fund is based. And here in France, people have already started commenting on the budding scandal. This person tweets a parody of Carla Bruni's hit Quelqu'un m'a dit, which is a big hit here in France a few years ago, though this user reminds us that the Global Fund helps save millions of lives every year.
Maybe even put that last sentence in English. Don't forget. Now, we're going to stay with French politics for this next story. What's this all about?
Now, you may never have heard of Christine Boutin. She's a French politician, and she has a rather small party, a small Christian Democratic Party that's close to Nicolas Sarkozy. Now, it looks like people in France here might not know her as much as she would like either, because she still needs signatures to qualify for running for president this spring. And according to this Le Point article, she's threatening to vote for one of Sarkozy's rivals, her being a Sarkozy rather close to him. So she's threatening to vote for one of Sarkozy's rivals, François Bayrou, if she doesn't get her signatures. Now, Christine Boutin is saying her threat is like an atomic bomb. It's the kind of weapon that you say you have and that you never actually use. But Le Point is calling it a fake atomic bomb, maybe because no one actually cares that she has it. Now, speaking of Bayrou, he's got his campaign website up and running, and this website called Followed FR actually found that the pictures showing militants that are supposedly all excited about François Bayrou are actually pictures that were stolen from the NHS website. has nothing to do with anything. But it's sort of cheating, and it's an embarrassing start to Bayrou's campaign.
Goodness me, well, that's a very surprising result there. Now, our last story takes us for a bit of fast food.
Yes, it does. Cue the Star Wars music. Introducing Quick's Dark Vader Burger. It is all black. The Belgian fast food chain Quick is selling this limited edition burger ahead of the 3D version of Star Wars Phantom Menace, the movie that comes out in French theaters on January 31st. Now, if you ask me, it doesn't look too appetizing. And in fact, most people, judging from Twitter, agree with me. This tweet says the burger doesn't look so good. It looks like one of Quick's burned sandwiches. So I'm not sure if that's good publicity or bad publicity or
All
what.
publicity is good publicity,
Well,
isn't it?
you know,
but it makes you wonder what they've
If
put
this
in
doesn't
it.
look very appetizing,
And what's the ingredient? That's what I'm wondering. That's
I'm
turned
hoping
it
it's
that
just
colour.
food coloring. I'm hoping
Poppy
it's not
seeds,
actually
Well,
burned.
we'll see. Well, thank you very much indeed to you,
Tom.
Shona Bhattacharya. That was Media Watch. Well, it's time now for a check of what's making waves online. Our daily date with cyberspace web news starts right now.